Nobody's gonna think my hat is weird, right?
Your Starbucks hat? No.
My David Dobrik hat.
Just letting you know, Forrest, this is gonna be the first episode where I don't use the bathroom at the beginning.
Really?
Yeah. It's because I've drinking no fluids today.
Oh, wow, you better get on that.
I have no reason to,
Earlier today...
Uh-huh.
I had to, there's like a pitcher that came with my fridge that just like fills up with water.
Yeah.
And I took it out of the fridge, out of our beverage station in the fridge, and I just two-handled it. I just and like poured it entirely into my mouth. Mm-hmm. That's the only liquid I've had today. I did wash it afterwards because I felt bad.
That makes sense. Is it going? Mm-hmm. I feel like we should just hop right into it. I think we have to do some sort of intro that is not like one of us doing it, because then it'll fuck up the order that we have.
So we did the same time intro last week.
Yeah.
It was weird.
It was weird. I think it had charm.
It had a lot of charm.
I'm not wearing my rings. That's why I feel so naked.
That's why you look so naked. That and you're just wearing paint too. So that's a big part of it.
I painted all my clothes on today. Because I have a party
you're working on it.
I have a party to go to, and I really wanted to stand out.
Oh, you do have a party to go to.
Yes, I do.
I forgot about that.
I almost forgot about it.
Well, I'll be busy anyways.
You will be busy.
So...
and I'll be electric.
Eat shit.
I'll be on
I'll be
fire.
electric.
You'll be You'll be electric in the tattoo parlor.
Yeah. Tattoo artists love me.
I've been in a tattoo shop before.
Okay.
My friend... one of my ex-friends was getting like a squirt tattoo.
That's a cool tattoo.
And it was a really cool tattoo. And the tattoo artists in there were looking at me and they're like, "You've got like, a lot of space for a tattoo. We can get you in right now."
That's like it's like being at a plot of land with an architect. They're like, "Oh, I could build like some apartments here."
Oh yeah. Oh,
you want to be a landlord?
A parking lot would go really nice in this open field over here.
You could rip out this parking lot. I could put a Hooters right there.
They were like, we can get you in and out, man.
Yeah.
Like, what tattoos? Like, if you could get a tattoo, what would you get?
Here's all the ones that I could just give you right. Here are my walking out options.
Yeah, you want to do it? You want to get a Kirby? I can give you a Kirby. I've done a lot of Kirby's. That's what he said to me. I said I want to get a Kirby and a Jigglypuff, and he said I've given a lot of Kirby's.
I've given a lot of Kirby's.
Yeah,
what do you think that means outside of tattooing? What sex move is that?
The Kirby?
I'm giving a Kirby.
A good suck.
A good suck?
A good suck.
I think it's a blowjob that lasts less than a minute. That's a Kirby.
Because you just suck so good.
Yeah. So I've given a lot of Kirby's.
Yeah, but they were like, I could do that for you like $20 right now.
$20?
Not $20. Not $20, like $50.
That's still really cheap.
It was still like a good deal.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, I can't. I want to be an actor. Tattoos are bad, which is my excuse that I give.
Yeah.
And they were like, why? They can cover it up. Why? Let us give you a tattoo. This must have been like a failing business or something.
This guy's just like me for real. This guy's the same as me.
This guy was trying to peer pressure me into like spending maybe upwards of triple digits on ink on my skin.
I mean, yeah, likely, depending on how big your Kirby tattoo would be, it would probably be like 120.
Yeah.
If it's a good tattoo artist.
Yeah. I wouldn't like... I'm not the type of person to get an impulse tattoo.
Why?
Unfortunately.
No fun.
I am no fun. I also just don't really need a tattoo right now.
No, you need one.
No, I got bracelets.
You need one right now.
I've got bracelets. Those are essentially tattoos.
That's true. They leave marks on your skin when you take them off.
Yeah, because I keep them on so goddamn tight.
So tight. And you hate when they move.
I hate when they move.
It moves and you go, Forrest, is this one always moved? Well, I don't know.
It's because the bracelet, the white bracelet you gave me is like so goddamn loose. It's such a loose bracelet.
Well loved.
Welcome back to the Obligatory Podcast.
Welcome back to the Obligatory Podcast.
I am your host, George Sullivan, hater of all tattoos.
I'm your co-host, Forrest Gagne, lover of all tattoos. And we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, we'll come to a agreement.
Yeah. We don't mind them as long as they're not showing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hold a lot of opinions about tattoos the same way that the Bible does.
Yeah.
If you have one, you're going straight to hell.
Yep.
I don't actually believe that.
No, I think you do, though. And that's why you don't want one. You say it's because you're an actor?
See, I think tattoos are really cool.
They are.
They are really cool. On other people. On other people, they're really cool. Not on me.
You know how, like, when you want to give someone a backhanded compliment, you pick up a piece of clothing and you go, this would look really good on you, but it's never for me.
I don't think is that a backhanded compliment?
I think it has been.
It can be.
It can be.
And
that's how that feels. When you said that, it feels the same way. Hey, this would look really good for you, but I personally would never do that gross thing.
No, I think it's... I personally acknowledge that if I had a tattoo, that would be a little out of character, a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't
think it would be out of character, though.
I don't think... Like, when you think of George, when you think of the token George...
Yeah, when I think of a smirk first.
You think of a smirk. Yeah. And you also you don't picture tattoos.
I picture a neck tattoo that says thug.
or damaged tattooed across my forehead.
Yeah, like, on your back, a full back piece that says problem child. 2 boxing gloves.
Or LeBron James.
I'm aware.
We'll loop back to the Paul brothers in a second. LeBron James has a huge tattoo on his back that says The Chosen.
Oh, that's sick as fuck.
Yeah, hold on. I'll see if I can.
That's so cool.
Pull up a picture.
Because, like, we need more of that in the world. People as confident as LeBron.
Yeah, see, here's his, I'm sure I put a picture on screen. Here's his Chosen tattoo.
Wow.
Just, really...
You have to be so confident to get that. I would never get that. Well, I might. As a joke. Like a small...
Okay.
Small thing.
A small thing that says The Chosen.
Yeah, actually, never mind. Yeah, that's so gross.
It's a rough one.
It's like you're trying to start a cult.
Yeah, which you couldn't do. But LeBron James could easily do. He essentially already has.
Any celebrity could really easily.
Absolutely. And
arguably they do.
I could definitely see Anthony Padilla or PewDiePie with some kind of cult. I'm not gonna say the other YouTuber I'm thinking of because we mentioned him too many goddamn times.
I think PewDiePie yes, Anthony Padilla no.
Not Anthony Padilla. Anthony Padilla's too nice. I think
PewDiePie I could see with a cult. Mm-hmm. I think he already probably has one in Japan. That's why he moved out there.
It's much easier to
the cult laws are looser there. Yeah.
Are there cult laws in America?
I don't know.
So for the audience, me and Forrest for the past couple of days watched the new Jake Paul documentary, The Problem Child.
Netflix Untold.
Keep in mind, we did not watch it in one go. We couldn't stomach it.
No. Keep in mind, I watched it in one go the night before. Thought to myself, George would love this. He was over the day after, and I went, George... one single lull in our conversation,
which is a very rare thing to happen. Anyway,
I pounced.
He said, "George, do you know about this Jake Paul documentary?" And I heard like tiny little murmurs here and there, but I didn't really know what it was. So we sat our asses in front of the couch.
Yeah, we sat our asses down and we listened.
We listened to The Problem Child for about 20 minutes, and then I think we left to go somewhere.
Yeah, we had other obligations, and then we came back and finished it the next day.
Yeah,
which was about 50 minutes of watching.
It was interesting.
It was a good documentary. But it's because like Netflix made it. Like it was it's like a series of Netflix sports documentaries called Netflix Untold. And like the people who work on that show are just talented.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, so of course the documentary itself is going to be good, right?
Exactly. I don't want to speak on behalf of you, Forrest, but I'm not a sports guy.
No,
I don't really care about individuals in sports.
No, I care more about the individuals than the sport itself. Like, I'm interested in learning the stories of certain individuals. Yeah, but I'm not interested in like learning who's the best at tennis right now.
I'm interested in learning about LeBron James's tattoos.
Yeah,
and the meaning behind them. But I don't want to actually sit down and watch like one of his games.
Hard agree, because
they're not my thing. I don't want to say they're boring.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching sports before.
Of course, I've went to a few.
Not unprompted, like not without like it being on the TV and me being bored otherwise.
Absolutely, but Jake Paul, as an individual, is someone that I have kept a close eye on.
Fascinated.
He is an interesting...
Fascinated by Jake Paul. Can't get enough of the Paul brothers.
I wouldn't go that far.
This guy, when we started our podcast, he went, we're just like Logan Paul and impulsive.
No. I didn't say that.
George looks in a mirror every morning. He goes, you are impulsive. This is impulsive.
For the audience.
We will be impulsive.
for the audience. I think the first time we filmed a podcast, we came out of our basement, and my little brother, love him to death, Dimitri, he learned that we were making a podcast and said, wow, you guys are just like impulsive.
Yeah, and I took that to heart. The worst way to, like, it hurt. I don't want to be just like impulsive.
Well, that's the only podcast that Dimitri has, like, any idea exists.
Yeah.
The impulsive documentary.
It's true.
Documentary.
And you know what? It's a really popular podcast. It must be good.
Yeah,
I almost called it a podcast.
Do you know how, like, Google created their own like word, like, to Google something, and it's in dictionaries now?
Yeah. I'm
hoping that in the future, impulsive becomes such like a staple documentary that impulsive gets added to the Webster's dictionary. I already see, like, sus and riz being added there soon. Yeah. Impulsive is just the next step.
Impulsive to be good at podcasting.
Hey, Forrest, we are
impulsive.
Close to impulsive.
Yeah. Our viewers, they are not impulsive.
No. They don't own a podcast, to my knowledge. Well, one of our viewers owns a podcast, but he doesn't do it anymore. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we watched the Jake Paul documentary, and it was very good.
Hey, look, he seems to be changing the game of boxing.
Yeah,
he seems like he is changing the game of boxing and breathing new life into the sport.
It seems like
which seems like a positive impact.
It seems like he is individually.
Yeah.
He individually brought back the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
Which
I don't think is necessarily true.
I don't know.
I think it was probably him and a lot of other YouTubers getting a younger audience into it. But he was definitely one of the first YouTubers to get into boxing. He was like the first big, like, YouTuber boxing event was him versus KSI. Him versus
Deji, which he won. But I don't know. It's just the story of Jake Paul. I did not expect to be so moved.
No, at one point their childhood seemed like shit.
No, their childhood was shit, and they were saying it directly to the camera.
Yeah, it was really weird the way they were saying it, though. Like, Logan Paul was like, yeah, Jake's gonna use the word abusive. I don't think that's right. And then they cut to the father being like, I never hit my kids. And they cut to Jake being like, yeah, he sucked the shit out of us. It was abusive as hell.
Yeah. I feel like Jake and Logan were very like loose with their wording because they knew their father was probably going to be watching the documentary. Yeah. Even though they've already been in...
Or they just don't want to, put that on the internet. Like, it's not for everyone to know.
Yeah, exactly. But, I don't know, just Jake Paul,
and they put it over... They put him talking about his father, like, hitting him over clips of him winning and losing a boxing fight, which was really well done.
Listen. I don't like Jake Paul.
I hate Jake Paul.
I don't like Jake Paul.
He sucks.
He's a terrible person.
Yeah.
But, like, the way they were, like, framing him in the documentary, it just makes
you could see why he's a terrible person.
Yeah.
It doesn't give a reasoning, but it gives an explanation.
It doesn't give a reasoning, and it doesn't give an excuse.
No.
As to why he's a terrible person. The documentary does a good job of not, like, painting him as, like, the good guy or, like, making him seem like he's a villain.
They're just like, this is a guy.
This is things that he's done, and this is how it makes him feel, and here's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool how Jake Paul was trying to start a boxing union.
Yeah, that was really cool. And he was actively uplifting women fighters, which is insane because that's not Jake Paul's brand.
Not from old YouTube. Not from
what we know, at least, right? I mean, now he's in Puerto Rico, like, living on some weird mansion, probably doing nothing but, like, meditation and working out, which is its own kind of crazy.
Jake Paul is an insane motherfucker.
The big takeaway from this, to me, was that this guy's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But at least now he's not as harmful as he used to be.
Yeah, he's not like...
Because he's kind of just banned himself.
He banned himself from, like, the United States. He's... Right? Am I wrong?
Puerto Rico is technically a territory.
It's a territory. But he's saying arm's length.
Yeah, well, it's because I'm pretty sure he might have gotten, like, kicked out of California. I don't know. I don't think that's true.
I don't think that, like, when you say that, I remember, like, his house got raided.
Yeah, his house got raided, and he had
illegal guns.
Illegal, like, military-grade firearms, like, many.
Lots of them.
In his house. Which is, like, $18 million mansion.
Yeah, which brings up the Jake Paul in the documentary when he was like, seemingly very anti-capitalist.
Yeah.
At a certain point.
Yeah, I think he's thinking on that more. I think he's just anarchist.
Okay.
And I don't think that he's... I don't think that he's in support of any system, which is why he's against capitalism. George had too much shit in his mouth.
Yeah.
Because at one point in the documentary, Jake Paul talks about the old guard of boxing and all these CEOs, and then uses the word capitalist derogatory. Yeah. Which I think is hype and cool to do.
Baller.
But then you think about Jake Paul as a person, and you go, wait a second, why?
Yeah.
Right?
It's kind of a little bit out of character.
Yeah.
And he, in the world of boxing, he's trying to play himself up as the bad guy, as the villain.
Which is what he should be doing.
Yeah, it's how you get big in the world of boxing. You people will pay to see you get your ass beat. Yeah. And then you keep just winning and winning and winning. Yep. And proving them all wrong. Yeah. But then he's like, at the same time, he's like, I also want to start like a boxing union and like, get more women equal.
These people don't have health care. They are doing insane shit. They don't have health care from their companies.
Yeah, which is insane.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. So it's good that he's doing that, and then he'll go out in the boxing ring, and he'll like flip off the entire audience. It's like, those are the people that you should be having.
It'll be like, I'm the problem child.
Hey, look at me! I got a documentary on Netflix. He should have won that last fight, in my opinion. I think he should have won.
It was really close. I think we didn't see the whole fight. We just saw clips. Yeah. He did seem to shake the other guy. Like, he hit him once, and the other guy was like, whoa. Uh-oh. Like, he almost fell down. Like, it was almost a knockout. Yeah. But the way that points works in boxing is, like, per touches and how clean those touches are, I think. Yeah. And so if early on he got a lot of those, like, cleaner hits in, then it's understandable that he would have lost. But I think it was really close.
Yeah, I guess I don't really have a good grasp on the sport of boxing. They didn't really explain boxing in the documentary.
It honestly wasn't relevant for them to explain boxing.
It wasn't?
Mike Tyson kept popping up. What's up with that?
That's unfortunate. Yeah. It's unfortunate that he kept popping up.
It was also just wrong to hear Mike Tyson utter the words Jake Paul.
YouTube boxer.
YouTube boxer Jake Paul and his brother.
It was really unfortunate. Loved Mike Tyson's work in 1999.
Loved Mike Tyson to death.
Love him to death. He ate at your restaurant, right?
Yeah, he ate at the restaurant I was working at. A bunch of people got fired directly afterwards because all the servers were going up to him and like gawking and taking pictures with him, which they're not allowed to do. Okay. So they got fired directly afterwards.
Well, that seems a little bit unfair. Like, I know they're not supposed to do it, but if you have superstar...
They got warned.
Oh, okay.
And we often had famous people coming in. Yeah. Right? Like, it was just the business. Yeah, so it's like, he was sitting at the bar, he had like an entourage, he was just like trying to eat. I think his like stepdaughter was getting married in the hotel that the restaurant was attached to. Yeah. So it was like, that's the only reason he was there. And he was just trying to eat his fried chicken. That's what he ordered. He ordered a whole fried chicken and then ate it all.
Whoa. Yeah. Like the whole, like even like legs, breasts, wings, all of it? Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, listen.
And it came with 2 slices of bread, like Texas toast bread that he ate as well.
If I was working in that restaurant and boxing superstar, Heart of Gold, Mike Tyson was in the restaurant, I'd want to take a picture. Don't look at what he did in 1999.
Well, I mean, what he did in 1999 never got charges.
I don't know if that's true. He did get charges. He did fully admit to doing it. He went to jail for a little bit. He got out on good behavior. Yes, he did go to jail.
Well, that's because he's so well behaved.
He was so nice. Yeah. He's such a good guy.
He held a baby in How I Met Your Mother.
Did he? I don't remember that.
He did. Oh. It was an episode where Lily had just had the baby. Okay. And she was kind of like overwhelmed and she left it out. Ted was babysitting. He left it outside of a store and like tapped somebody that he thought was an old woman at the time. And it was fucking Mike Tyson. He's like, yeah, I can hold your baby.
It's a funny moment.
It was really funny.
That's hilarious. It was hilarious. Shame it was Mike Tyson.
It was 10 years off of the sexual assault or whatever. So, you know.
They scrubbed that. They scrubbed that court case clean.
Oh, they did.
Off the internet. Yeah. It's kind of surprising that, like... Well, it's not surprising because they scraped it so well, but I'm a little upset that more people don't know about what Mike Tyson did in 1999. Don't look it up.
Most people also when they're talking about Mike Tyson now, they're like, yeah, he used to be super violent, but he's actually mellowed out a lot lately, as if they know the guy personally.
the guy bit off someone's ear, which isn't the 1999 incident, by the way.
No, it's separate. That was something that he did, and everyone was like, damn, that was fucking awesome.
That was crazy.
Do you think he ate it? No, he spit it out.
No, he
right?
spit it out. We saw him spit it out.
Yeah,
but I think he wanted to eat it.
Like a little bit. Look, okay, you have a human ear in your mouth.
You don't know. You don't want to know what that tastes like.
And it's already detached.
It's already off of.
George, given the opportunity, would you eat a human?
No.
No, like a little piece of meat.
No. I just don't really. I don't.
Like it was
okay. Well, what are the circumstances? Give me the circumstances. This
person's already dead. They died ethically.
Okay.
And they were like, after I die, people can eat me if they want to know what human tastes like.
Okay.
Do you want to know what human tastes like?
I've heard what human tastes like.
Kind of like pork, right?
Pork really salty.
You taste like pork?
No, I taste like chicken. Because when I go to restaurants, when I go to my Vietnamese restaurants, I order an entire fried chicken and eat it whole.
Yeah, and then house it.
I house it down. I break it down. I eat it bones, cartilage, and all.
Yeah, it's like, it's just like the ear.
That actually brings up an interesting question. Mm-hmm. Going back to Jake Paul. Everyone, not a lot of people keep up to date with Jake Paul and his boxing antics, but everyone remembers Jake Paul when he was on YouTube with his brother Logan Paul.
Yeah.
For a while, they were the kings of the platform.
They were the kings of daily vlog content.
I would argue that you couldn't go anywhere on the site without hearing
Jake Paul or Logan Paul. Yeah,
which is why I argue, and sorry to utter the Antichrist name in this podcast again, Mr. Beast. I call them the Mr. Beast, the past Mr. Beasts of YouTube, because you just couldn't go anywhere without Jake Paul and Logan Paul essentially being shoved down your face. Even if they weren't being directly talked about, you could understand you
could watch like a comedy video and see a joke or a reference to a Paul brother.
Yeah.
You could watch a YouTube drama and obviously they'd be on that.
Yeah.
You could watch vlogs and you could see their influence.
Yeah.
You could watch commentary and they're fucking talking about Jake and Logan Paul again.
Yeah.
And it was literally everywhere for maybe 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
It was like insane, the fucking white knuckle grasp they had on the platform.
It was
which is also weird because they came from Vine.
Yeah, they were
and
Viners.
Most big Viners that went to YouTube
teetered.
They did alright, they made a niche. A lot of them went to commentary. A lot of them do really well in commentary.
Yeah, like Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez, all of those guys.
But like, none of them saw the success near to what the Paul brothers got.
Which is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I feel like a large part of that was because of all the different like controversies.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, people who wanted to be anti-culture were Mavericks and Jake Paulers.
Yeah,
they were in the Low Gang.
Yeah, Low Gang, Maverick.
That was embarrassing.
Whatever. Were you a Jake Paul or a Logan Paul viewer?
I hated them.
Okay.
The whole time.
I tried watching some of their content.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I would look at it because I'd be genuinely very curious.
The really like viral stunts that they did. I would of course tune in for. The Logan Paul colorblind video. It's Everyday Bro.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, It's Everyday Bro. It's just a classic. I have to know every word to that.
The song kind of bops a little bit.
Look, now that we're past the point of it being about them,
the
song's not bad.
The song's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's bad.
But it's the right kind of bad.
It's looped back around to being like fun to listen to. It's not a good song. But whipping in a car with your friends and going,
Everyday Bro,
yo, it's Tessa Brooks. The competition shook. It's so much fun. And the fall of Jake Paul. I think that was Logan Paul's main diss track.
Yeah, it was
on Jake. That's also like that I argue is kind of a genuinely
better
good song. It's a better song than It's Everyday Bro. Especially the second verse when they bring in Alyssa Violet. I'll fuck the maneuver on Logan's part.
Yeah, Alyssa Violet. For the uninitiated,
for the pure,
Jake Paul's ex-girlfriend that Logan Paul then slept with?
Question mark? I don't think so. It's a possibility.
I didn't think so until we watched a documentary, and the father was like, "Yeah, it was pretty messed up on Logan's end," and Logan was like, "Yeah, I did that," and Jake was like, "Yeah, he did that."
From watching the documentary,
because they have no reason to perpetuate that.
No, I feel as though that they were mostly talking about just the fact that Alyssa Violet was there, and Logan was like talking and hanging out with her, presumably spending like an evening because she was in the music video. I think that's what they were talking about. I could definitely see the possibility that Logan Paul slept with Alyssa Violet. Yeah, but I feel like that's just ultimately fucked.
Oh, it is, but they also said that they had a period of time where they genuinely hated each other.
Yeah. Let me raise you this question, Forrest.
Okay. Sorry.
Put your hand down. Give me a second.
I was raising.
Both Logan and Jake Paul were despised YouTubers.
They are, I would say.
And they've both done a lot of fucked things. Mm-hmm. However, one thing that people can't seem to agree upon is who was worse. Who did worse things, or who was worse for the platform? Mm-hmm. Jake Paul or Logan Paul?
Who was worse on the platform, or who was worse in real life?
I think those are two separate questions.
I think those are wildly different.
With two separate answers.
Yeah, agree.
I feel like we should start off with who was worse
on the platform.
We'll start on the platform.
On the platform, it is undoubtedly Logan Paul.
Really?
On the platform, yeah.
I was gonna say it was Jake Paul.
Really?
I think Jake Paul was worse for the platform.
I mean, his actions on the... okay. So, he did the Suicide Forest thing, obviously.
That was Logan, yeah.
He tased a few dead animals.
Yeah.
And alive animals, and then laughed about it, and that was cool. Mm-hmm. More recently, he did a crypto scam using his podcast.
Yeah.
He just has so much more pull. Mm-hmm. And he's had... Because, like, Jake Paul kind of teetered off the YouTube train. Yeah. Logan Paul's still on it.
Logan Paul is still on it.
And Logan Paul has been... I mean, canceling isn't real. Like, it's not a thing.
It's not really a thing.
But he has been canceled so many times...
Yeah.
...that he's, like...
He's just not going away.
He's essentially synonymous with the word.
Yeah, everyone remembers the classic YouTube video.
And then he made that shitty apology.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry. I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. I do not expect to be forgiven. I am simply here to apologize. Apologize.
Then he winked at the camera.
Do you think he when he was writing his script...
The goal of my content was always to entertain. Paltertain.
Do you think I like to imagine that when he wrote the script that he was so clearly looking at in the video.
Yeah.
When he wrote apologize, he put A-Paul-agize.
I don't think it would be like that. I think it would just be A capital Paul a guys. He didn't even spell it right. He's like, I got it.
Yeah, I'll know what it is. Time to get these tear ducts ready.
But no, I think he's been more consistently bad. Maybe in like more subtle ways. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's like the big stuff, but more subtle ways.
Yeah.
He's also just really good at saving face.
Oh, Logan Paul, he's excellent at it. If there's one thing that Logan Paul is really good at, it's saving face after fucking up tremendously.
Yeah. It's a talent.
I think that Logan Paul was a worse person in general. That's my stance. That's my unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Because I think the things that Jake did, not a lot of them. I feel like Logan had a lot more like simply malicious acts. Yeah. Enacted.
But all of those were on the platform.
Well, yeah, but they were still
and recorded on the platform, which is why I think for the platform, like not for the platform, but going off of the platform, he seems to be the worst person.
I think Logan did more like simply malicious things. Not to say that Jake Paul didn't do anything like evil or bad. The first thing that popped into my mind is when they did the blindfolded kissing challenge. And he had his dad kiss someone, and it's like, it's just, what the fuck are you doing?
It was just like really weird.
It was just really weird. But when I think of Logan Paul, I think of the crypto scam and how he like fucked over everyone in the business and all of his fans, and the Suicide Forest, and the tasing of dead rats, and I believe a lot more.
Oh yeah, happened. He did much more. It all slips the mind.
I argue that Jake Paul was worse for the platform because I think people latched onto him and like created content off of him in a way that was very just bad for the platform. I don't really have any other way to say it.
Yeah.
Jake Paul is just more annoying and worse at saving face than Logan Paul, which made him even more of a target. Yeah. For like Leafy type people, Leafy type individuals, like pyrocynical. Have you seen that recent picture of Leafy on the internet where he looks rough?
No.
Where he looks terrible?
Is he still making videos?
I think he's dabbling.
I gotta get on that shit.
You do not.
Were you ever a Leafy fan?
I tried watching his content, but as a young man, I was I could easily see that this content was just not very good. Yeah. Not even like he's just being mean to children. Yeah. This is just really boring content.
For me, I was a LeafyisHere viewer for a little bit. Okay. And a lot of it was that I really enjoyed watching CSGO surfing and like Doom gameplay. Yeah. And literally, it's like something in my brain was so engulfed by watching like nothing gameplay while he's randomly like just like tuning in and out. It's like putting on a sitcom you've watched a million times. Yeah, that's what Leafy was for me. Okay. And then one day I was like talking about how I watched him every now and again. Yeah. And someone was like, yeah, that guy's just an asshole. And then I watched another video and it like flipped a switch in my brain and I was like, oh yeah, what the fuck? And I just never again. Yeah. Like I actually lost all enjoyment once I started paying attention.
Once you pay attention to what Leafy is saying, you realize that like a lot of it is It's just
downright bad. It's not even funny.
It's not funny. It's just he's being mean. Yeah. And you and I hold the same opinion on being mean for comedy, in that it's kind of the easy way out.
It's, I would say, the lowest hanging fruit. Often never the funniest option, but always the easiest option, and therefore the most used, which makes a lot of people think that it is the funniest option.
Yeah, it's just the one that's like most like easily.
Yeah, it's very easy to do.
It's very easy to do.
It's such a layup, and sometimes it is good to do a layup. Yeah. Nothing wrong with laying it up.
Nothing wrong with laying it up. But you gotta throw more wit in there.
Yeah, like you gotta hit a 3-pointer every now and again.
Yeah, you gotta if you're gonna
a 3-pointer is callback comedy, by the
way. I think that for me to like let mean comedy slide, you also have to be mean to yourself. Make jokes about yourself.
You have to punch up.
You have to punch up. Yeah. And
LeafyisHere was not punching up.
LeafyisHere was not punching up.
He was like, what, 20-ish? Maybe younger.
I think a little
making fun of like 11-year-olds.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, what are you doing?
That is the epitome of punching down.
that is literally what punching down is. Like you can make fun of the Paul brothers. Yeah. You can make fun of Rice Gum.
Yeah. You can make fun of fucking Scares. I don't care.
I don't give a shit if you make fun of Scares. Is Scares still making content? I'm not sure.
Probably. Yeah, I watched Scares.
You watched Scares? I watched Scares for a little bit.
I watched Scares because I was just obsessed with all the YouTube drama.
I watched Scares because I wanted to keep up with the YouTube drama.
Yeah, same.
But then eventually I was just like, I don't give a shit about the Sidemen. Yeah. I don't give a shit that the Sidemen are beefing.
And it was always such like minute shit. Mm-hmm. Like, God, nobody cares. Yeah. Except for Scares. Hey, Scares here.
Hey, Scares here. He's coming out behind the tree. Yeah. No, I tried to get out of like caring about YouTube drama. I don't think I ever really gave a shit about YouTube drama.
Mm-hmm. For me, it was always just very entertaining. It was like watching a reality TV show.
I found it interesting, but I think I found it interesting because of like the individual stories instead of like what they were beefing about. Yeah, like I don't give a shit about like Sniper Wolf beefing with the entire internet. No, but I think the story of her like cheating to get platinum level in Overwatch.
It's so funny.
It's just hilarious. It's just so funny.
She doesn't need to do that.
She doesn't need to do that.
Flat.
It's flat. It's not that hard to get.
That's like the mid rank in the game.
I got into platinum. Yeah. It's not that hard.
I don't think yeah.
I'm terrible at shooters. Well, Overwatch isn't like really a shooter game. It's to me it's weird. To me it's a party game.
Yeah, it is a party game.
It's a party game. Have you seen what Sniper Wolf has been doing recently?
All I know is that right now the internet hates her because of React content.
Yeah, it's just a lot of React content stuff.
Yeah, I've seen maybe like last month, just for shits and gigs. I looked at her channel and just like scrolled through for a second. Yeah, and it was like, one thumbnail would be like an AU version of a different thumbnail, and it just continued on that amount of variation all the way through. Yeah, and it was like felt like I was tripping, dude.
No,
feel like my YouTube wasn't loading right. Like, it was
something. I think Sniper Wolf, like, and her old boyfriend, they like broke up.
It's something.
Sausage guy. We'll call him Sausage Face because he has the face of a greasy sausage.
Wow.
He's an asshole. So
he is?
Yeah, he's an asshole. I don't give a shit what I say about him. But ever since then, she kind of like, took the easy route.
Yeah.
And has just been making React content. Mm-hmm. But she's doing it like at such a bare minimum level.
Yeah.
She doesn't credit any of the people.
Well, why would she? It's very transformative.
her reactions. Her reactions are transformative. Let me give you an example.
She put it in a compilation. So
No. She's taking the compilations and she's like reacting to those.
That's fucking awesome.
She's not putting the videos together.
Yeah.
Someone else is putting the videos together for her.
Her editors.
Not her editor. I don't even think it's her editor. I think she's looking up like TikTok compilation.
Oh yeah.
And reacting to those.
Okay.
I don't even think she really has editors. She probably has editors. She's doing the bare minimum herself.
She's been making content so long. She's in what I like to refer to as creator retirement, where you stop putting effort. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing as like Logan Paul right now.
Yeah, because he's just doing a podcast.
He's just doing a podcast.
He tried to do something creative and then he scammed millions of children.
Yeah.
With his NFT.
He's also doing WWE.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's supposedly really good at it.
I want to see his untold story.
Yeah, I'd love to.
But no, Sniper Wolf's, she's not transformative at all.
No, certainly not.
She watches it and she repeats what the caption says. Or something like,
that's awesome.
Why would you do that, bro? Oh my god.
It's like...
and then repeat what happened in the video and then move on to the next one.
Someone falls, she goes, ooh.
Yes! That's the transformative content she does. She goes, that wouldn't be me.
It wouldn't. Well, is she lying?
No, I guess not. I guess she isn't. Friend of the podcast, Jax Films, is currently waging war.
Yeah, I saw that
against
too.
Sniper Wolf.
Yeah.
And what he's been doing, bless his soul, is he made a separate channel called JJ Jax Films instead of SS Sniper Wolf. It's JJ Jax Films, where he reacts to her reactions.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
And he'll like basically do the same thing that she's doing, showing that like this is terrible.
He's probably making so much money.
I don't think he's getting that many views.
Oh, okay.
But he's really getting under Sniper Wolf's skin.
Yeah.
And recently someone on his like Discord or his like Reddit or something made a Sniper Wolf bingo board of all the things she does. Such as the free space is not crediting. Yeah. And so he always gets that one because she just doesn't do that.
Nice.
And it'll have like her classic sayings like what is happening? Yeah. Or what the hell? Yeah. Or Sniper Wolf looks away from camera. And, yeah, and he gets bingo. He essentially gets a full blackout every single video.
That's so cool, dude.
So now people have been doing Sniper Wolf bingo speedruns. Yeah. Oh, it's
is it on speedrun.com? I've been itching for a world record on speedrun.com lately.
What record do you want?
I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking I'm just gonna browse web games. Okay. Until I see one that hasn't really been accomplished yet.
Hasn't been popping.
Like 3 runners from like 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Like 2-hour time. I
would probably look at like super obscure games that no one...
Because you can easily get a world record in that.
Yeah, like I could easily get a world record for Angry Birds Trilogy on the Wii.
You're probably wrong, actually.
Actually, you know what?
Angry Birds is far too popular.
Angry Birds is far too popular.
Block Party on the Wii. You could probably get a world record for Block Party.
Maybe for Pac-Man Party, like the Pac-Man Party game. Yeah. Wii. Just like any Wii shovelware game. Yeah. Probably has like a very not active speedrunning community. Yeah. Like you can't try to speedrun Odyssey because that game has already been
that has like
chiseled to perfection.
Yeah, like 2,000 runners. Okay, no.
Or like Ocarina of Time speedruns. Like the Ocarina of Time speedrun, I think is less than 3 minutes.
It depends on category, but
I'm thinking of any percent. When I think of any speedrun, I think of any percent.
I think for any percents, like Super Mario World or like Ocarina of Time, where it's like such a small amount of time, it's like look at Glitchless.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Like, don't look at Eder percent for that shit, because that's not a cool run.
I see what you mean.
Not Glitchless, but there's like... Typically, if they have really fast any percents, they have a category that's like basically any percent, but without that one really fast game-breaking Yeah, and that's cool
because it's not as interesting to watch.
Yeah.
It's really cool seeing like new Super Mario, not new Super Mario Bros. Like the original Super Mario Bros. Speedrun.
That one is frame perfect.
That one literally cannot be improved upon. Actually, I think
theoretically can be.
I think there's one that is tool assisted, but it's like near impossible to do with human hands.
Yeah. Not these things though.
No, you've got an insane mash, so you might be able to do it. I think you can also make up your own speedruns on speedrun.com.
You can, but you have to get them approved, I believe.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with Guinness World Records.
But for some reason, I feel like speedrun.com is more selective. I have no idea why I feel that way.
I can see it. I feel like speedrun.com probably has a lot of gatekeeping that they do on their speedruns. They want to keep it as pristine. Guinness will let any drunk motherfucker.
Yeah, Guinness is already, it's a lost cause.
It's a lost cause. They'll let anyone in.
Yeah.
Speedrun.com is a holy place.
I believe that.
One speedrun, one game that I think would be really interesting, well, that I'd be keeping up with speedrunning, Forrest, is Mario Kart.
Mario Kart has 6 speedruns, dude.
Yeah, well, they have time trials. It's kind of different. They have like a time trial. I really want
speedruns.
They're essentially
trying to beat a level as fast as you can. That's a speedrun.
Yeah, I like keeping up to date with all the fastest techs on every single Mario Kart 8 Deluxe stage. Yeah. That's the game that I play.
Yeah, so that you can have fun in casual parties with your friends.
See, well, the only way that I can have fun in casual parties with my friends, hi LeBron James, the only way that I can have fun casually playing with my friends is if I'm beating all of their asses to an embarrassing level.
Of course.
Because if I'm not winning, what else am I going to have?
A fat L.
Exactly. And I don't want to be the one catching the L's.
No.
But speaking of Mario Kart, I have a question for you, Forrest. Or a series.
Of questions. Like a Grand Prix of questions.
A Grand Prix of questions.
Okay.
Now, everyone knows that Mario Kart does not adhere to the safest driving laws around.
I would say when I started learning how to drive, my dad was like, how do you feel? I was like, I played a lot of Mario Kart, and he went, oh god.
But that begs the question, Forrest. And there's simply no simple way to ask this question, so I'm just gonna come out and say it.
Yeah.
What driving crimes do you think each of the Mario Kart characters would commit? Now, of course, we can't just ask that question out into the air. Yeah. So I've created a tier list.
A tier list, as we, that's all we do these days.
That's what we love doing.
Yeah.
Making lists.
We have passions, okay? Don't make fun of our passions.
I created this Mario Kart. Well, I didn't create the Mario Kart list. I made the tiers. Yeah. I took this list off of tierlist.com. Just of a bunch of all the Mario Kart characters ever in the game. And I think it'd be fun to just go through it, just, ask what crimes Pink Gold Peach.
Talk about Pink Gold Peach for a second, because Pink Gold Peach fucking sucks.
Pink Gold Peach does suck, and I'm so glad.
I love Rose Gold. I hate that they made the characters metal, and then it's so dumb. It's so stupid.
I think Mario Kart 8 base roster is the worst Mario Kart roster of all time.
By far.
Because, like, the character choices that they made are just fucking dumb. Like, you think of Mario Kart Wii, they have all the essentials there. Everyone that's important, plus some really interesting characters.
They have Funky Kong.
Dry Bowser, Funky Kong, Rosalina wasn't essential at the time, but they added her in the game. Yeah. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Then in Mario Kart 8, they added all 7 of the Koopalings, which would be cool if they didn't also leave Bowser Jr. out.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Also, can I get some Koopa Kid representation?
Oh, yeah. Where are the Koopa Kids? George, pop a picture of the Koopa Kids on screen.
Those are my favorite Mario Kart... Oh my god, they're my favorite Mario characters of all time.
Yes, they were exclusive to Mario Party.
And they just haven't been shown since Mario Party 4.
Where have they gone?
Did they die?
I think the last game they were in was Mario Party 7.
They were kids.
They were kids.
Were they in 7?
They were in 7,
The ending... I thought they were in the ending sequence of 4. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just get into this tier list. I think we should start off with the obvious. Underage driving.
All the babies.
All the babies.
All the babies also suck.
Yeah,
I fucking hate the babies.
I think these are dumb inclusions.
Yeah.
I think Larry, Bowser Jr. He's definitely underage.
Yeah, Iggy,
Diddy Kong, Lemmy. I think I think the rest of the Koopalings, I think they're at least 16. That's my headcanon.
Okay, I can get down. I think Morton definitely is. I think Roy definitely is.
Yeah. The other two are Wendy. I know Ludwig is the oldest.
Ludwig is good.
Ludwig is the oldest. The skinny one, the Donatello looking one.
Yeah, I think that one is not. I think that guy's like 14.
They don't have canon ages.
No, I know. In my head.
But I think, I don't know. I think we could find a funny place to put.
Also, they have what's his name? The turtle with the cloud? Lakitu? Yeah, Lakitu's young. Lakitu's gotta be young.
No.
Lakitu gives young vibes.
Well, no, Lakitu is the owner of Mario Kart TV, and they wouldn't let someone under the age of 18 run an entire business.
But while we're talking about business owners, actually, is there manslaughter?
Well, yeah, there is manslaughter.
Okay.
Vehicular manslaughter. Yeah. We'll get to that one in a second. I think Inkling Girl and Inkling Boy are definitely not old enough to drive. Yep. Villager Boy and Villager Girl, just putting them in underage
shouldn't be in this game.
You don't think so?
Mario Kart doesn't need to be a crossover event.
I agree to an extent. I think specific characters that they have added that were crossover, I think are really cool. AKA just Rob. I think Rob was a good character to add, but he doesn't really have his own games.
Yeah. Rob doesn't have his own games. I think it is different. I don't think Link needs to be in there. I don't think any of the villagers need to be in there. I do think they have cool stages.
Oh, of course.
They have good, what do you call them? Tracks?
Tracks, they're tracks.
There we go.
Yeah.
They have good tracks, but they suck. They don't do anything for the game.
Okay. I think they should have kept the third-party representation, not third-party, other Nintendo game representation, what they did with the F-Zero tracks in the game. When they were just tracks, there was a cart.
I agree.
But not Captain Falcon in the game. Because we don't need
why would Falcon be in here?
We don't need him.
You know where Falcon is?
No one knows where Falcon is.
Obama's hands.
Oh, yeah. Because Captain Falcon... Barack Obama famously is a Captain Falcon main since Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
He's got the same character all throughout,
forever.
Which is... I respect it.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with Jigglypuff. I respect the hell out of it. Would you rather go through each of the crimes or each of the characters?
I think each of the characters.
Okay. Yeah. I'll move the third parties.
Yeah, all these third parties are kind of weird.
Let's just start off with good old classic Mario.
Yeah.
He's the poster boy. Now, I just want to also say, if you're looking at the screen, audio listeners love you to death. There is no no crime.
Yeah. All these have to do some crime.
Yeah. There is speeding, driving drunk, driving high, hit and run, street racing, vehicular manslaughter, Grand Theft Auto, running lights and signs, and underage driving. And I feel like we already got most of the underage driving.
Yeah.
Toadette, are they old? Maybe not Toadette.
No, I think they're the same.
Okay, we'll keep them in here.
Yeah.
And also there are a lot of different alternate costumes. I don't think we're gonna rank them.
No, fuck that.
No one we'll put Metal Mario and Pink Gold Peach.
Yeah.
Because those are special. But like Cat Mario, Dr. Bowser.
Yeah, Dr. Mario, then Dr. Mario again.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh, that's Dr. Luigi.
Oh, that is Dr. Luigi.
That's Dr. Luigi. Oh, didn't see him. Donkey Kong Jr. going in underage driving.
Yep.
Because he's a junior. He's a baby.
I agree.
All right, Mario.
He keeps it nice. He keeps it clean. But you know what? He has these monthly car meetups where they do drag race. Not drag race.
Drag race.
They do street racing.
All of these characters are already doing street racing.
Yeah. But Mario in particular,
he loves the street race.
Why do you think he's so good?
At Mario Kart, he's the poster child.
I know.
He is the street racer.
This started out as a small club.
Yeah. And Peach was a member of that club.
Yeah.
But she never got caught for street racing like Mario did.
No.
What happened with Peach is she was driving late at night one day, and she accidentally hit a pedestrian.
Yeah.
In the road.
Good thing she's a royal.
Yeah. Luckily, she's a royal. She didn't get charged. Yep. But she fled the scene. Yeah. She ran away. Now, would that go into... The guy didn't die.
That's hit and run, then.
So, I think Peach is a hit and runner. I think she almost killed a person. She still lives with the conscience that she killed a person, but she doesn't... She doesn't know
if she killed him.
She doesn't know that...
So she just assumes
she doesn't know that the Toad actually lived that she hit. Speaking of Toad, let's talk about him.
Toad has been a long time alcoholic.
Okay.
It's throughout the games. It's kind of like an Easter egg. It's like a fun little Easter egg Nintendo put in there.
Ooh, actually,
you can see him in the back when he loses any mini game in Mario Party. Yeah. He's actually just ripping shots.
I don't know if you know this, Forrest. I wouldn't expect you to know this because this is such a virgin piece of information. But in the Japanese version of Super Mario Kart on the SNES, when Peach or Bowser win first place, when you play as them, when they're on the podium, they're drinking straight champagne.
That's awesome.
I just want to throw that piece of information. I don't think it affects anything on the board.
No, I don't think so, because that's after the race. Anything it shows that they wait.
But no, I definitely see Toad as a drunk driver. Yeah. Has a few DUIs under his belt. Other police Toads have caught him. He's actually not allowed to drive. Yeah. Or to start up his car, he has to do the breathalyzer. Yeah, he has to do the breathalyzer. Are they doing that in modern cars now? I think must, right? I feel like that's like a logical step. Yoshi. This is the Yoshi that took care of Mario and Luigi when they were babies. Yeah, Yoshi's a caretaker. You know, Yoshi does care about people. Mm-hmm. But Yoshi will not be late. No. If Yoshi says 5 minutes early is on time. Yep. On time is late. On time is late. Late is unacceptable. Exactly. And if Yoshi suspects that he will be late, he will go 80 down a neighborhood road. Oh, and he's not stopping at any stop signs? He's not stopping at any of the stop signs. Yoshi is a speeder at heart. Daisy has a weed problem. Yeah, you can kind of tell by her mustache-looking hair. Yeah, I think this one's just a no-brainer. You have to be high to think that looks good. Driving high. Luigi had a rough 80s. Luigi had a rough 80s. He got indoctrinated into a life of crime. He did. And he may or may not have stolen a few motorcycles. Who knows? In his time. He never got caught. Hey, I don't know. All I'm saying is whenever I played Mario Kart Wii, he always had a mock bike. He always had the best vehicle. He always had a mock bike. And when I looked at his registration, it said Funky Kong on it, not Luigi. Where the fuck is he getting a mock bike? Exactly. Luigi, he's a Grand Theft Autoer. He steals quite a few... for sure. Quite a few bikes. Rosalina? Oh, we didn't talk about Toadette. Toadette's an alcoholic too, whatever. Yeah, we'll put her with Toad. Rosalina. She's the queen of the galaxy. Yeah, well, the issue with Rosalina is that she's often in space and the lights there are really bright. Mm-hmm. When she comes down to Earth to drive, none of the streetlights are, like, bright enough for her. Mm-hmm. She just kind of can't tell, so she takes, like, guesses, but often she's found running reds. What's that thing that people have where they'll see, like, lights when they're driving and it'll have, like be super stretched? Oh, kind of. You know what I'm talking about. It starts with an A. I don't really know what it's called, but I think Rosalina has that. I agree. Just from like living in the stars so much. Yeah. So she has trouble just seeing the lights. So I mean, she doesn't mean to. She's good at heart, but yeah, she's running a few reds. she's running a few reds. Bowser. I mean, come on. I mean, we're putting him in manslaughter, right? Yeah, he's definitely ran over a few Koopa Troopas. He's the king of evil. He didn't even. It's like not manslaughter because it wasn't on accident. it was vehicular murder. Yeah, that's what it was. But that's not an option. So manslaughter's what we got. Well, I looked up a list of driving crimes. Yeah, and these were all the ones that I could find. I couldn't find vehicular murder. You couldn't find intentional killing. Yeah, because that's not like really a driving crime. That's just murder. That's just murder. Yeah. The car is now a weapon. Yeah. Donkey Kong. I mean, king of the jungle. Loves his bananas. Throwing bananas out of your window is not a crime. Well, I mean, littering is a crime. But I mean, throwing banana peels outside your window, I don't know if that's littering. I don't think that's littering. Different people have different thoughts on it. Mm-hmm. But I do think that all those banana peels kind of add up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he throws them on the road. He got caught in a banana peel, and he just slipped right onto a young Toad. A young little Toad from Paper Mario. And that motherfucker splatted. Yeah. But, good on Donkey Kong. He stayed. He didn't run away. He took accountability for his crimes. He was freaking out, but you know what? He did pay off the governor with bananas. Yeah, he did pay off King K. Rool with bananas. But he still did what he did. Vehicular manslaughter. Wario, this is the easiest Grand Theft Auto I think I've seen. Fucking disgusting man on the list. Yeah, this guy loves to steal. Yeah, and we can put his Waluigi isn't Wario's cousin.
Hey, we can just put him next to him.
Yeah, we'll put Waluigi right there.
It's pretty unclear how they're related.
I think Waluigi is just some guy.
Yeah.
I think Mario and Luigi are brothers.
Yes.
Wario is their cousin.
For sure.
And Waluigi is just the guy with a lot of disdain in his heart for Luigi.
Yeah.
Because he took what was rightfully his, aka Princess Daisy.
Yep.
And he can't deal with that. So
property he owned, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. So Waluigi put on purple overalls and a purple hat
and stupid hat
and changed his name to Waluigi.
Yeah.
He's my main though. I love him to death. Love him to death.
God.
Koopa Troopa.
Koopa Troopa just speeds. Like not even that much.
Okay, yeah. You think he's like
he's going like 5 above and he feels guilty.
Yeah. Koopa Troopa, he only goes 5 over. Paratroopa, on the other hand.
Oh my god.
He's on the highway going 120.
Yeah, he's not in express lanes. No. He's making this his express lane.
He's not even.
You're in his way. He's basically driving around cones at this point with how slow you're going.
First of all, he's not even in the far left lane. He's going 120 in the middle.
Well, he needs to be able to maneuver. So
and
the middle's his home, but he takes a tour de la all of the road.
And he's not going 120 to follow like the speed of traffic, the flow of traffic. He's going 120 and everyone else is going 70.
Yeah.
He is an insane motherfucker.
Yeah, but you know what? He's going to get to his doctor's appointment about 5 minutes earlier than you will.
Yeah, exactly.
So 5 minutes is on time.
Shy Guy,
I think he was one of the founding members with Mario.
Really?
Yeah, Shy Guy has a need for speed. Under that, why do you think he wears that mask?
I think he wears that mask to help him see on the road. Because those are his sunglasses, basically. Because much like Rosalina, unlike Rosalina, who the lights aren't bright enough for her, Shy Guy, the lights are far too bright. Blinding. And before Shy Guy put on the mask, much akin to Dream Minecraft, before he put on the mask, he was missing stoplights.
Yeah. So you're saying sunglasses?
Yeah, those are sunglasses.
That's what the mask is?
Yeah.
That's what the point of the mask is.
That's what the point of the mask, the Shy Guy mask is.
Okay.
To help him see the lights better. So I don't know. I think he ran out.
They say that he needs glasses.
That's what the point of the mask is. Fucked of Dream to make fun of all kids with glasses, by the way.
Yeah, I need glasses. Why am I so sad, kid?
Dry Bones, here's the thing. Dry Bones
is cool as fuck.
Dry Bones is one of the coolest Mario Kart.
You know what? He's been high for his whole life.
Here's the thing. Dry Bones wasn't always Dry Bones. He was a Koopa Troopa.
Yeah.
However, he drove a little too high one night and he got into an accident that shredded all of the skin.
He was in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, he was in a motorcycle.
Yeah, he kind of just...
He was...
skid for roughly 70 feet.
Yeah, he was in his Mr. Scooty and Azure rollers. You know what I'm talking about. And he got flung.
Yeah, he was going 30.
He wasn't going that fast, but he got hit by Paratroopa. And skidded across the road. So he used to drive high, but not anymore. Let's move on to Birdo.
I fucking hate Birdo.
I love Birdo.
But it's a bad look to hate Birdo.
It is a bad. I understand why you hate Birdo. It's not because Birdo is trans.
It's because Birdo's mouth is constantly agape.
Yeah, Birdo is a mouth breather.
Gross.
Birdo's like
imagine the drool.
Listen, trans rights.
Imagine the drool that must come out of that stinker's mouth.
Trans rights.
I love trans rights.
But if you're a mouth breather, get the fuck away from me.
Look, nothing to do with you being trans.
No, I think that's cool.
Everything to do with you breathing out of your mouth.
Yeah, but that's not what we're here to discuss.
Yeah,
we're here to discuss what.
But why do you think she's so good at breathing out of her mouth? Is it the breathalyzer in her car?
I think she's just gotten so used to having a breathalyzer in her mouth.
Yeah, at all times.
That her mouth is always agape in case she needs it because she's always driving drunk.
Yep.
She is a classic
and
case.
Somehow still passing the breathalyzer.
Well, it's because she's able to shoot out all of the alcoholic smell.
Yeah, it's true.
Out of her mouth,
and that's how that works. It goes off of smell.
It goes off of smell.
Famously, that's how a breathalyzer works.
It goes off of smell.
It uses the human sense to smell your breath. Yeah. And then a little guy in there
is like
presses a green button or a red button,
and he goes 1.2.
Yep.
That's how he goes.
That smells a little alcoholic.
Let's take a trip into a kind of a wacky opinion. Monty Mole.
Oh.
I'm skipping the Koopaling, skipping more enemies. Monty Mole. What kind of devious shit is this guy getting into? I think. Hear me out.
Okay.
I think Monty Mole is the secret runner of the Mario Kart Street Racing game.
I'm so glad you said that because I was about to say the exact same thing.
Look at us, I'm the same way.
Dude, yeah, no, yeah.
Monty Mo, he is the secret mob boss of the Mario Kart industry. He's
Have you ever seen him without that trench coat on?
Exactly. Monty Mole, the reason why we don't hear about any of these crimes is because Monty Mole is paying off the government.
I mean, Monty, he's an underground guy.
Yeah, he is he is an underground guy. So I'm going to put him right up there on street racing. Pauline, just going to have to go manslaughter with Pauline. Okay.
She is a politician, and it is a right. It's a right of all politicians to have one manslaughter.
To run over just one, at least one pedestrian.
Yeah, just one.
At least 2 adults or 1 young child.
Yeah.
And I think, Pauline, mayor of New Donk City.
But it's not allowed to hit the news.
It will never hit the news because she's also a news reporter. I think in the Mario movie. Well, she was at least on the news.
Yeah, she's on the news, but I think that's because she's the mayor.
Do you think it's crazy that?
But
in the
most
Mario
politicians also write articles and stuff.
Yeah,
they were op-eds.
Do you think that Mario and Pauline dated in the Mario movie? So it's weird for him to see that his ex is now the mayor of his town.
Maybe in middle school.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he just looks at it and is like,
yeah, they had a two-week thing, and he calls it a relationship, and she's like, oh yeah, that happened, I guess. I forgot.
She's a proponent that if it happened in middle school, it didn't really happen.
Count.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't, because it doesn't.
Yeah, let's get the Koopalings out of the way.
Yeah.
Each of them have different.
There's too many of these motherfuckers.
They should have never graced the Mario Kart roster, especially 8.
Yeah.
Iggy. We'll start off with Iggy.
Iggy hit and run.
Iggy hit and run. I absolutely agree. I don't think we have to explain ourselves.
No.
Ludwig. I think Ludwig is a fellow proponent in stealing vehicles. He's probably stolen a few airships from his dad. And his dad, to teach him a lesson, logged it under Grand Theft Auto. He sued Ludwig.
Him. But it's what's so wrong with Ludwig? Just wanted a cool ride to prom.
Exactly.
Why was Bowser being such an asshole?
It's just unfair. It's unfair of Bowser. But Ludwig should have asked first.
He did. And
did he? He didn't tell me that.
Yeah, no, Daddy said no.
Oh, so he took it into his own hands.
Yeah, so he took it anyways. And what actually happened is he got a scratch on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Morton, vehicular manslaughter. Who's gonna disagree with me?
Morton's one mean motherfucker.
I think Morton looks up to
Morton has a hammer that shoots cannonballs.
Yeah. No, that's Roy.
Oh, that is Roy?
That's Roy.
What does Morton have?
Morton summons the spiny ball tall wiggly motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has minions.
He can summon minions. And just for fun, he likes to run those minions over.
Yeah.
I think
because he could say there's an infinite supply.
I think Bowser and Morton have the same relationship that Greg and Logan Paul do.
Yeah.
Where Morton doesn't really see eye to eye with Greg, but he does look
Morton,
up to him in a way.
He looks up to him, and Morton thanks him for all the success that he has.
Yeah.
But Ludwig is more of a Jake.
Ludwig is a... no, I would argue Roy.
Roy is a Jake?
Roy Cooper
Is a Jake.
Roy Cooper
Roy's a Jake, and that's exactly why he's driving high.
He's driving high. Jake Paul, he's got to have.
I mean, he simply must.
You smell
probably
great. You smell great, by the way. When you came over and wafted into my nose, it was excellent. Audience, you should be in this room right now. And finally, Wendy. Wendy, you know that stereotype about teenage girls driving?
I do know that stereotype.
I don't agree with that.
I mean, she just got her brand new white Jeep.
Yeah. And she wants to go on a joyride around town with her gal pals, with Toadette and Pink Gold Peach. Just the worst friends to have.
Just the worst.
And she was just driving too fast.
She was driving too fast.
With
her left hand. Her vape was in her right hand. She goes to hit her vape.
Yeah.
And then she's blowing smoke rings because she just learned how.
Yeah,
and then she's looking at the smoke rings. Light turns red. And boom! Yep.
Baby in a stroller launched into the stratosphere. And then Wendy drives away. I think she's a
hit and run.
She's a hit.
I mean, she's not going to get caught for that.
No, Bowser's gonna.
Yeah.
And Bowser's forgotten child, Lakitu.
Lakitu, I mean, he's a part of the street racing thing, right?
Yeah, of course. He runs Mario Kart.
He has to get in early.
He knows what's going on. He records all of it.
Yeah.
But then Monty Mole pays him off so that he doesn't leak the information
Yep.
to the internet. Goddamn, lot of costumes. King Boo. Another
one of my favorites.
I think he's awesome.
I like King Boo a lot. I've always liked King Boo.
Unfortunately, he is royalty.
He is royalty, and you know what we have to do to royalty?
Vehicular manslaughter. It's
obligatory. It's just what has to happen.
It's just how it is.
You're not really royalty without it. Without a few kills.
Yeah, just gonna bring up Queen Bee, one of the worst additions to Mario Kart I think ever.
Yeah.
Another piece of royalty of the Honeycomb Kingdom.
What do you think about Wiggler?
Wiggler. I'm a big part of the Wiggle Nation.
No, the Wiggle Nation.
Wiggle for Iggle.
You gotta wiggle for Iggle.
You gotta wiggle for Iggle.
There's this guy on TikTok, and his entire account is playing Wiggler on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
The footage is at like 240p. It looks terrible.
The footage is awful and choppy.
He plays Wiggler on the Wiggler bike.
Yep, and then every single time he hits a boost or drifts or does anything or starts a race, he Joker laughs.
He Ben Shapiro Joker laugh. And then he gets like hit by an item and he like screams like he just got killed.
It's so funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's like the perfect way to do loud comedy. It is so funny, and if anybody else did it, it would be so annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Like Yoshi on the Yoshi bike wouldn't be able to do it.
But you know, that guy's drunk as fuck.
I mean, clearly,
that guy's drunk as fuck.
Obviously, I don't think I might have put a clip of it on the pod. Maybe not. But he's clearly drunk driving. Hammer Bro. Just one of the...
Why are there 4 Hammer Bros?
Well, because there's the Hammer Bro, there's the Boomerang Bro, there's the Ice Bro, and there's the Fire Bro. All 4 different characters, by the way, in Mario Kart Tour. Mario Kart Tour just has a... Like a based roster?
Yeah. I like Hammer Bro a lot, actually. I like Boomerang Bro the best.
I was gonna put Boomerang Bro up here.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna put Hammer Bro in Driving High, because, you know...
He's getting... Well, I think he's driving drunk because he's hammered.
That was funny.
Thanks.
That was funny. I'm putting him in Driving Jump. Boomerang Bro, he always comes back to the street racing game.
Yep.
He loves it. He
always comes back because he falls to third.
Yeah.
And then he comes back to first.
He's like the Vin Diesel of the Mario Kart world.
Okay.
When he loves street racing, he's kind of the face of it, and he's the face of it. Yeah. He's the most popular one in the street racing game. He's the best one. Ice Bro, he's falling behind a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Because he's when you're street racing, you gotta stop at the stop signs.
You have to. Well, what if there's people?
Exactly, and the Ice Bro just doesn't do that, so he gets disqualified.
Yeah, and then Fire Bro, he has a fire under his ass.
He's blazed.
Oh, he's blazed.
He's always blazed. Yeah, I got one in too.
Yeah, you did.
I got one in too. Metal Mario.
Man, everything was going so well until you said that.
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
One of the funniest things my friend Noah at VCU has said is that Metal Mario is black-coded. Metal Mario is a black-coded character.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with that wholeheartedly. That doesn't affect anywhere I put him on this tier list. Why? Fine, I'll put him under Grand Theft Auto.
What about... No.
I'll put him under Grand Theft Auto.
No, what about him is black-coded?
What about him is black-coded? Come on, you wouldn't let this guy say the N-word? You wouldn't let this Mario character say the N-word? That's a different question for a different day.
Yeah, I also don't think I have jurisdiction.
I would let Metal Mario say the N-word. Even if I saw regular Mario put on the metal box in front of me, I'd let it happen.
Yeah, okay.
Pink Gold Peach.
Pink Gold Peach, just speeding, hitting her vape.
Mm-hmm. Just speeding?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. And Peachette, technically a different character.
Oh no, Peachette. Sorry,
Peachette, as we all remember, is Toadette.
Toadette
with the crown on that turns her into Peachette, which is really fucked. A really fucked thing.
Yeah, really weird.
And then this is what caused Bowsette to be born,
which was also really weird.
Really unfortunate. Why isn't she in the game? She should be added in the game.
Bowsette?
Bowsette, yes.
Yeah, but we need more. We need more of that. We need the internet to remember about that.
Yeah.
I need more art. Hey, if anybody has like really good Bowsette art...
Don't worry, I can send you some.
Okay.
But Peachette, it's just Toadette. Peachette is just Toadette. So she's going to go up in drunk driving.
Yeah.
Captain Toad.
Captain Toad is also one of my favorite Mario characters of all time.
I do think we have to skip it though.
Okay.
Because he's just
another Toad. He's just a Toad.
That's just a costume. Funky Kong.
Funky Kong's high. I mean, come on.
You guys. Hopefully, you guys saw.
But you know what? He's driving high, and it's fine.
You don't notice.
It's fine.
The police won't drive
because he doesn't even know how to operate sober.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that like learned how to do everything high, and once he's sober, he doesn't know how to do shit. But once he's high again, he can juggle.
Oh yeah.
I knew someone that was like that with Jacob's Ladders.
What's Jacob's Ladders?
The ladders at amusement parks that are like one rope on either side, and then they're like really hard to climb because they're super wobbly.
Yeah.
I knew somebody that was like, yeah, I can walk up this, I can do it backwards, I can walk up it backwards, my hands tied behind my back.
Yeah.
I can do anything with this ladder's my bitch, but I have to get drunk.
Okay. Interesting. And you think
they couldn't do it sober and they could do everything drunk.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Dry Bowser.
Dry Bowser, cool as fuck.
Awesome character. Because
he's into street racing because that's the coolest thing on here, right?
Yeah, that's the coolest driving crime you could commit. Like if you hit and run, if you drive drunk, if you Grand Theft Auto,
drive high,
I'm looking down on you.
Yeah,
you're kind of like a bad person.
Most of these are like, yeah, you're kind of a bad person for doing these. Blanket statement.
But street racing,
it's a little cool.
It's just cool.
Yeah,
it's just cool.
Sometimes when I was getting off of work at like 2 a.m. I would see these guys. I'd like drive out of my parking garage and I'd see these guys like getting ready to street race, like revving their shit.
In DC?
Yeah.
DC, when I went down to DC for the Joji concert last October, we saw some guy absolutely whipping it in and out of traffic. Dude. And he went on the median, like the grass median, and like almost tumbled over and hit a homeless woman. You know those homeless women that like people that like stand at the edge and like ask cars for money? Yeah, he almost hit her. And it was crazy.
That's fucking wild.
It was insane.
Dude, I love DMV drivers.
And you know what? That's just what Dixie Kong does.
That is exactly what Dixie Kong does.
That's just what Dixie Kong does as a driver. She speeds. She doesn't. She goes on the the median.
Ooh, we got King Bomb.
Yeah, King Bomb is on.
Yeah, he's royalty.
He's Tor. He's royalty. He's going in. I think actually he's going in Hit and Run.
Yeah.
He's not like real royalty.
That's true.
He's not like on the royalty of Queen Bee,
fucking
King Boo, Bowser.
He has this like hill.
He has a mountain.
He keeps showing up to events throughout the Mushroom Kingdom.
No one invites him. He even got like murdered in the Mario movie.
He did.
Just because Peach just like hated his existence. Yeah. He was really doing that. He was literally sleeping.
He was just chilling. Oh, Nabbit?
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the name.
Grand Theft Auto.
Nab your car.
He'll nab your car. Kamek.
Ooh, I like Kamek a lot.
I'm so glad Kamek got added into Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, I think Kamek is a really good character.
I agree. Because the reason I like that Kamek is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, another super duper virgin moment on my part. He was originally going to be in the N64 version of Mario Kart. And he was almost in the game, but they replaced him at the last second with Donkey Kong. Because they wanted
at the time, Donkey Kong is a bad character for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it.
Actually, I think it was because of the recent success of Donkey Kong Country. God, I sound like a loser right now.
So Kamek is really into magic.
Yeah. Magic mushrooms.
Thank you for finishing my sentence.
No problem. So yeah, Kamek drives on mushrooms.
Yeah, he's getting visuals.
Yeah, he's
swerving and shit.
He's seeing people like in the road that aren't actually there, and he's like swerving like out of the way and hitting a bunch of cars.
At some points, he waves out the windows, "Hi, Mom!"
And like all the other people in traffic are like, "What the fuck is going on with that guy?" Football bro, Charging Chuck. That's his name.
Charging Chuck.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Charging Chuck, that's just a funny name to you?
Yeah, dude.
It is a funny name. This is a funny character. His eyes are closed.
Chuck is such a perfect name. His eyes are closed.
So clearly he's not seeing the stop signs.
I agree with that.
When he's driving.
That also brings up Petey Piranha.
Yeah, Petey Piranha.
Who doesn't have eyes.
He has no eyes.
He has no eyes.
How is he driving?
How is he driving?
Echolocation?
Secondly, how is he knowing if the light turns red?
He doesn't.
He's
just going. He is just going.
He's just... Yeah. Petey Piranha doesn't stop. You stop for him.
Gold Mario. Now, this one isn't black-coded.
No.
In my opinion.
No.
And that does change a lot of things.
It does.
Gold Mario, listen. He's as close to royalty as anyone who's not already royalty can get.
Yeah.
And also, it doesn't look like Gold Mario has eyes. It doesn't look like he has eyes. So I think...
He has eyes.
I think...
It's the rest of them have
Gold
eyes.
Mario, he hasn't hit a person.
No.
But he's hit, like, stop signs, lamps, into buildings, and he's gotten out and driven away.
He's very commonly found backing up into somebody at a parking lot.
Yeah.
Giving them a little fender bender, and then just kind of driving away.
Yeah, absolutely.
At this point, he stopped getting out to check.
Absolutely. Tomogachi. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. Bandai Namco made the Mario Kart arcade games.
Oh, okay.
And they own Tamagotchis. Yeah. So they added a couple little Tamagotchi guys.
Tamagotchis are evil motherfuckers.
They are evil. That leads me to believe that they do vehicular murder.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Vehicular murder isn't a crime.
But we'll call it manslaughter.
We'll call
just
it
for the courts.
For the court documents.
Pac-Man?
Pac-Man.
Well, he's always munching.
Yeah.
Why is he always munching?
He's constantly high.
He's so high.
He's always
so high. He's seeing shit, man. Those ghosts aren't real. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. He's not a little ball.
Yeah.
He's a guy who works.
Sometimes if I'm really high and I'm walking downstairs to get some cherries, I feel like it's a whole map too.
Yeah, you see the little dots? You're trying to get them all before the ghosts, aka your parents, stop you.
Yeah, Pac-Man's the story of a midnight snack.
Miss Pac-Man. The thing about Miss Pac-Man is that she has a lot of legal mumbo jumbo behind her. No one knows who really owns her as a character. That's why she's not an Echo Fighter in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, or even an alternate costume.
So true.
Because her legal mumbo jumbo is
too confusing.
And so I think she got caught in the street racing game, and she's the only one not to return because she didn't know who a lawyer was. She didn't know who her lawyer was. And she was calling a bunch of numbers. She was like, "Are you my lawyer?" And they were like, "No."
Yeah. Are you my mother?
And Blinky the Ghost.
Blinky the Ghost shouldn't be on this list.
He was in a Mario Kart game.
I know, but we just established he's not real.
Oh yeah.
So he's too new, too young.
Underage driving. Even though he's a ghost. Which one of these three should we do? A lot of thoughts on all of them. Link, Isabelle, or Rob the Robot. Let's do Rob.
I was gonna say Rob the Robot.
Let's do Rob the Robot first. It's a confusing one.
It is. Well, he can't be drunk or high.
No, because he's a robot.
He can't not see shit. He's a robot.
Yeah, he's not running lights.
He's not making human errors.
So he knows the speed limit.
Yeah.
He takes full accountability.
Yep.
And he's not stealing cars.
No.
And if he hits someone, he just wouldn't let that happen.
Rob is probably the only good driver.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's my theory.
What's your thing?
Rob is the car that Mario is street racing.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Rob has done nothing wrong except be used as a mode of transportation.
Yeah. He's an accessory to a crime.
Yeah. I love that our legs are bouncing in sync, by the way. Audio listeners, just gotta make that one clear. Isabelle.
It's like when you swing at the same time as someone in elementary school and you know you're meant for each other.
Well, look at that. My leg stopped.
Mine too.
Isabelle, she was never the mayor.
No, she really wanted to be.
She was the secretary.
Yeah.
You were the mayor. The player was the mayor in New Leaf. So she's not royalty.
No.
But you know,
she's just a secretary.
She works an office job.
Yeah, and sometimes she is running a little bit behind.
No.
Okay.
She's always on time. Here's my thing.
Okay.
Sorry to cut you off. Here's my thing. She works her 9 to 5 every day. Her life is work.
Yeah.
She has nothing else. And she just needs something to take the load off.
Oh,
she needs something to ease her pain.
Like the Japanese businessmen?
Yeah. She drinks.
She's fucking passing out on the street every night.
She drinks constantly.
So much. She's so small.
It doesn't take a lot to get her drunk, but she drinks a lot.
Yeah.
8 shots in a row.
In a row.
Back to back. Back to back.
Yeah.
These characters are not like listed in these tiers, but I'm putting her at the top of driving drunk.
Yeah.
But hey, she's good at it. She's great at it.
Isn't Link too young? Thinking about it now.
Depends on the version of Link we're talking about. This version of Link, aka Breath of the Wild Link, is not too young.
He's old enough.
He's roughly like 20.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or at least Tears of the Kingdom Link is like 27.
That's my understanding as well.
What's Link doing? Link's a good boy.
Link's a great boy.
Link.
Yeah.
Triforce of courage.
Yeah.
Gives him a lot of bravery that he shouldn't have.
And he's speeding too much.
Not speeding too much. He's entering in a lot of street racing. Virgin moment. In Ocarina of Time, in Majora's Mask, Link can don the Goron mask, and he can partake in Goron racing. Where they go into the balls and they race each other.
Yeah.
That minigame took me for fucking ever to beat. Yeah. It's really hard. Because I also refused to upgrade my magic meter.
Yeah, I've heard tales of that minigame.
And it was just rough. It took me like 7 or 8 tries, and then I had to, I have to restart the game, go back 3 days, and the game doesn't when you beat the dungeons and you restart, you still have to beat the dungeon again.
Yeah.
If you want the rewards from it. So I have to do it again.
Fair enough.
In order to get the gilded sword. So Link just canonically is a street racer at heart. Just gonna put him right up there with Mario, and I'm gonna put Monty Mole at the top. There are costumes down here.
Yeah, I think all of these they're all sorted.
Yeah. I think this is a perfect list. I think if we showed this list to anybody,
they would agree. Bar none. Yeah, this is it.
I'm pretty sure
this is the master list.
This is the master list. I'm pretty sure that when we had Leah on, Leah in the feed episode, we were originally going to do this list for that episode.
We were, but then we just got carried away with other topics.
With the conversation at hand, which was a great conversation.
Good conversation.
And afterwards we were like, well, this is what we originally had. Yeah. And I think she did put Monty Mole
in
street racing. It was
the first thing she did.
Yeah.
Was she took Monty Mole and put her in street racing. And
yes, he does do that.
Yeah. But I think that does close out our episode.
I think that does. I think, if you're ever in a conversation with someone and the topic of what driving crimes would each of the Mario Kart characters commit.
Now you're more prepared for this conversation that happens pretty often at parties.
And if you want to be more prepared, I remember there's a MatPat video.
There is?
On something similar to this. Okay. So thank you so much for watching today's podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Wait! God damn it! Dude!
Okay. So caught up. Let's just ask it, though. Let's just ask it. All right.
Which one of us was funnier
this episode? Which one of us was funnier?
Which one of us was funnier this episode? Was it Logan Paul?
Was it Jake Paul?
Was it Jake Paul George?
No. Yeah. Was it Jake Paul George or Logan Paul Forrest?
And actually, here's a follow-up question. Which Paul brother do you guys think me and Forrest are?
Yeah. You know what? We don't care the differences between us anymore. What Paul brother are we? Leave a comment. If you're going to leave a comment, you might as well fucking subscribe.
Yeah, while you're down there.
You might as well leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify.
While you're down there. Let me stop this screen recording.
And you might as well click off the video now. Bye.
Bye-bye.